Hi everyone, Drini here, and welcome to my channel. So we're going to do a Bitcoin or crypto market update today, because if you've been paying attention to the crypto price action or the Bitcoin price action recently, Bitcoin jumped from 37,000 all the way to 43,000 within a day. So let's dive into the charts to see what we can see, okay? So if you notice, Bitcoin, after hovering here for so long, suddenly had a violent rally where it went up by around 17% within a day. The power of the crypto markets, right? So when you have violent upsides like this, there are a couple of things that you need to take note, sort of like a checklist, just to see if this is a fake out or not. The first one is take a look at volume. Is the volume significant? This particular structure right here where we bought the lows, this had very significant volume. So you know that this particular price action is real. This capitulation was also real because just of the sheer volume involved when it comes to the sell-off. This candle right here is somewhere in between. When you look at it from a volume oscillator standpoint, if you look at this particular candle, the volume is above the mean line right here. So we know that there really is quite a fair amount of weight when it comes to this particular buy-in right here. Now, overall, what does it mean? Let's start with the bearish case first so that we get it out of the way. It is still possible that, like this particular run-up right here, this could also be a fake out, where you have a situation where we're going to hover on a daily time frame above the particular EMAs right here before the subsequent capitulation once again. So that is still on the table, of course. Another thing to note, while a 17% increase in Bitcoin purchase is quite good, the thing to note is from a structural level, we are still actually below key structures here. In particular, the 21 EMA of around $44,980. We still have ways to go to really go above this back-tested as support, hopefully before our continuation to the upside. So it is still, of course, in play where you can still get rejected off of this 21 EMA and then we go down from here. That is still possible. That is still in play. One positive thing about this particular price action is, remember in our last video, one of the things that we hypothesized was, and what I believed in, is you have an expanded flat situation right here where we could test lower lows before continuation to the upside. This particular price action right here is giving more credibility that we are in a running flat situation instead, where we have pretty much tested the lows right here. We have made higher lows, and the way it works is now you have a situation where it is a running flat, where you have a bounce here, a bounce right here, a bounce right here, and when we bounced here, we are pretty much in a higher low before our subsequent continuation to the upside. It is more and more likely that we are going in that situation. But of course, anything can still happen. We can still get rejected right here, and then of course we fall down below. Given that things are still quite uncertain, what do we do then moving forward? So this is why really having a DCA strategy within the crypto market is very, very important. You cannot YOLO everything in here because there are so many things that can still happen, and they can still happen within a short amount of time. So once again, what's the plan here? Given that we are still below the key structure, so we are still below the EMAs right here, then if you were to DCA this week, for example, the DCA would still be with Bitcoin only. The only time you really load up on alts is when we are above the EMA structure and we have back tested it as support. That would give more confidence that we are really ready to go. Of course, another thing here is we spread out our buys. If you really like particular projects and you don't really want to miss out on those particular local lows, then of course you can still spread out your buys. Nothing's stopping us from just DCAing into our favorite projects right here. Why is that? That is because even though we don't really have complete confidence that the alts are going to go up, because there's a higher probability now of our running flat, then we know that we are roughly in a safe position where if we invest in our particular alts, and this particular structure holds for Bitcoin, then we are pretty much good to go. And we are loading up and preparing ourselves for the eventual upside moving forward. What are the things that we need to watch out for to really educate us on what's happening in the market? First thing, watch this. Will we get rejected here eventually? Like for example, move to the downside? That remains to be seen. Another thing to watch out for is watch for the US markets. What are they going to do? The S&P, for example, after falling below its key EMA structures, has appeared to now come back at least on the 55 EMA and is holding the 55 as support. So it remains to be seen, will we continue to go up from here? That is number one that we have to look out for, is the S&P. The other thing that we have to watch out for is we have to watch out for the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is currently rallying, but will it break through the key EMA structures before continuation to the upside? If we get rejected from the Nasdaq right here, or the 55 EMA, and then we continue to go down, then expect that the crypto markets, unfortunately, will suffer because of that. So there are still a lot of factors at play, but the more important thing is not to be able to predict what's happening, because to be honest, we will not be able to do that, but to prepare for any scenario that may take place. If you like that video, hit like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you want me to make a video about your favorite gaming crypto? Be a Patreon subscriber so you can request for it. Being a Patreon subscriber helps keep the channel sponsor, shill, and Moonboy free. Take care everyone. Bye-bye.